beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R podcast. We get that far. Man, I hope I look all right. Hey, man. Hey, see, I ain't gonna lie. I looked at the clip. I was like, damn, I look good at the motherfucker in our last episode. I was like, damn, that jacket, that combo with my
Malcolm X.
I was on, man. I was on. I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta. Now I'm like, we gotta get our wardrobe up. Like, if we level up. If you would like to sponsor, we ain't need to introduce the pod yet. We gonna need some sponsors.
Hey, why not?
We gonna get to it, man. But your boy was fly. I put my glasses on and everything. I had my little jacket, had my fur on my neck. I was out here. Johnny, I was out here. It was feeling good that day.
It was a good night.
It was it a good night, Johnny?
It was a good night. You know what I'm saying? Did my famous Irish goodbyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Just looked at people as I was walking out the door. You know how it go.
We went to green room after, and two chicks got in a fight.
Wait,
shut the bar down.
At green room?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And the white people ran across the street under the King Fong and was just like, I'm like, nigga, there's two chicks.
I left too early.
I left too.
Yeah.
I seen you still at Dirty Bird.
Yeah, I was.
I sent Shamari your way.
Yep.
Yep. I said that nigga had Dirty Birds. I was in the crib by 12. Man.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I was over there chilling, man, with my peoples, man. That was a good night. Jesus Christ. That just popped in my ears. That was
bad.
Gangster.
He was one of them girls who put on Vaselines and took off their earrings.
I know.
Yeah.
I ain't never gotten in a fight in my whole life.
Taking off earrings.
Never gotten in a fight in my whole life.
It ain't a fight when it's one-sided, huh? You just whooped them, huh? It ain't a fight. That was just
never been a fight. Never.
Wow.
Good. Keep it that way.
Never.
I ain't did too many scraps. I got one real scrap. And I think I done told you that story when me and the homies, they called us nigga and we was going down the hill. I ain't never told you that story?
I think so.
Is it story time with E?
Story time with E.
All right, so we going to start the podcast, man. Welcome to the Streets A&R podcast. It's your host, Giddy Jicky with it.
And it's your girl, CLB.
Man, it's a good day, man. We going to start this thing off with story time. But I just said, we introduced the pod, and I said it's your host, Giddy Jicky with it. And I want to say, y'all done seen this young lady many times up here. And we are officially official. We got our girl, Sierra Official, as a new host on the Streets A&R podcast, man. Give me some noise, man. Give me something else, Johnny.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy you here with us.
Thank you.
We were talking a little bit about alignment earlier, man. Just things aligning how they need to be. My brother Johnny, man, we literally, and young guy, man, we done almost made it 2 years, bro.
Dang.
Literally almost on the mark of 2 years and putting in this work, and it's finally paying off, and things are starting to really come into alignment with people seeing the vision, people working with us, things really taking off, getting new opportunities. And, one of those opportunities happened to just run into somebody from Omaha who really loves music, who loves business, who's been in it, who's left, who knows what it is, who came back off the love of wanting to build something here. And we get to be a part of her journey in that building something here, a homestead here in Omaha. So I'm grateful to have you, and I definitely appreciate it. And these damn Nikes is interesting, man. What you done pull that? Can't nobody find them.
You know what? Where did I get these? No, I ordered these off the sneakers app. But I need some more.
She needs some more.
He's been in rotation too much over the years.
Shout out Nike, man. If you listening.
Come on.
We here.
A little drizzle over here.
Shaq, AI, man. I seen, shout out to y'all son Angel Reach. We here. I got a little hoop game too. What's up? What's up? Reebok, what's up? But no, man, we definitely appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Rocking with us, and we're going to see where we can take this.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me. Because this is dope. This fly. This fire.
Yeah.
I ain't seen nothing like it.
I'm glad. I ain't going to say we're going to keep it that way. Or should we get on my Uncle Joe shit? Like, fuck it. We keep it that way.
Uncle Joe.
Let's get to it. We getting to it. What y'all doing? Y'all coming up too. I back down. I back down off my post that quick. I just playing. So, man, we was gonna have story time with E because they asked. Because I knew host Sierra said she ain't never been in a squabble. No scrap.
All right. Actually, let me rephrase that.
So we on air now. You want
a squabble with like
fisticuff,
like an outside person.
We ain't talking about in the house, brother sister type stuff,
or like cousins.
I don't count. How close cousins? Because
first cousin.
That's a little close. We ain't gonna count.
But I was 8 and I'm 32, so
yeah,
it don't matter.
No,
but
scrap.
I can.
No, the youngest in the room said that don't count.
But don't get it twisted. I can.
Oh, my bad. This is the home of Bud Crawford.
I heard the way them knuckles was.
She ain't playing no games. That's all she would do, and they would take off. She was about to scrap 3 times.
Man.
So yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna make this one quick. The one real squabble that I had for real was actually in college. Cause I'm the peacekeeper, Johnny. You know me. I try to keep the peace. I break up fight. I jump in a fight before I try to fight myself. So we in college. My homeboy out. I'm actually at the beginning stages of being online with my fraternity, right? So I'm just out. I'm like, this is my last few days of freedom. Yeah. So I'm out. I get a call. No lie, my nigga LJ. LJ is the king. One day I'm gonna get my pod with my boys because when y'all hear about LJ, you ain't gonna believe it, but he a real person. LJ called me. He's like, in frantic. Hey, Jiggy, man, these 3 white boys just called us, nigga. We down at the top of Jeff Hill. Bye.
Oh, snap.
Fuck? And hung up. So there's no rebuttal. There's no questioning. So I'm like, all right, he literally gave me the location. So I go to the top of Jeff Hill. This is at Ohio University. I go over there. He like, hey, he screaming, said, we got backup now. Where y'all going? I'm like, it's just me, bro. What are we talking about? It's just me. So it's him. He with two of my homegirls as well. This other black dude he with, I don't know him. And then I show up and it's like, I think it's 4 or 5 of them white dudes, right? And I guess they called one of them niggas. So they going down this big hill. So LJ proceeds to follow them. I'm like, LJ, it's kind of over. But he's like, no, we going. So he picks up a brick and he's like, why y'all running? Here, y'all scared? Here go a weapon. I was like, why would you throw the weapon to him?
No.
So I'm like, LJ, I know you believe in your hands, but don't give him a brick. So they get to the bottom of the hill. They finally turn around. I guess they done hype themselves up. They're like, what's up? Come on. So we going down the hill. The other black dude, I don't know, takes off running, right? I'm like, who is this dude? I'm not finna run. I'm not getting in stride. I'm gonna conserve my energy. This nigga go down, he get pushed, right? So then I go to try to I'm like, yo, chill out. And this dude put his hands on me, right? And I stand there because I see LJ coming out the side of my eye. He like, what's up, bro? What's up? And I see LJ just running. So I freeze, right? I'm like, wait for it. LJ out of nowhere, club punch. Bop! Knock this nigga, boom. So I grabbed him. I start putting hands on him. Bop, 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 bop. Next you know, one of the white dudes tried to run and catch me like that. I hit the dude with a right. I look, left cross. Bow. No lie. Knocked him about 8 feet.
Dang.
And LJ said he was in the air. I don't know if he was in the air. I just know he flew that way. I get back. I literally duck a punch. Whop, whop, knock him down. I see LJ got this other dude by the back of his coat, reaching under him like, nigga, you gonna give me your coat, nigga? You gonna give me your coat? So I run up. As soon as LJ pulled the coat off of him, he pops up. I just deck him right, knock him out. I literally right at that moment, I stopped and looked around like all this chaos done ensued. Like my conscience came back and like, man, let's go. And I just start walking up the hill. Crazy as shit. Cause my nigga LJ thought I pushed him. He's like, we went to my homegirl house to go tell the story. It was dad's weekend. So we like bragging in front of the daddies and shit. So we go to his chick house and her dad's there, her homegirl's there. And I'm like, man, he's like, what happened? I'm like, bro, he said, why you push that dude when you was fighting? I said, I didn't push him. He said, nigga, you hit him? He said, he flew off his feet, bro. He flew off it. I'm like, shit, I don't know. It was been football days. So nigga was a little stronger than what I thought. But yeah, man, that was dumb. I wasn't trying to, and this is back in the party like a rock star days. So I had a pocket chain. So I had that bitch wrapped around my hand. Split. Listen, we was getting to it.
Woo.
I got a professional job and we don't do condone violence. But that was story time with E on this segment. But yeah, man, that was the only real. You got to get another sound effect. I don't know what it is. That's how my heart was beating. I was in there throwing hands, bro. And I didn't know if I had it in me, but I was way too calm in that moment. I was like, that's scary, bro. I don't want to have to do nothing to nobody in real life. I'm gonna be
adrenaline.
calm. I was calm, see.
I remember from when I was 8. Shoot.
Oh shit. Oh.
That one time.
That one time.
Hey, she remember step by step.
My cousin called me a hoe. That was when you 8, that's like, how dare you? Mwah.
You just was it a boy cousin?
It was a boy cousin.
Oh yeah, you got
and mopped him in a bathtub. We was at Adventureland. We was fighting over who got to use the room key to go get some stuff. No parents was in there. We just squabbled and then went to the car. His face was all red and scratched up. And my dad was like, "You got him, didn't you?" I was like,
yeah. You know that's some kids because it had nothing to do with hoeing. You a hoe.
What?
Bing, bing. Cleaned the tub with him, scrubbed the tub with his ass. That's you rude. He could have died. That was porcelain. You scraped him across the porcelain? He good.
Good.
You still talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. How many? So he can't never say nothing to you, huh?
I don't know. We just had that cousinship that was just like, say one thing and you just instantly piss me off.
I'm talking about
I don't
now.
know what it
Like
was.
he can't never say nothing bad about you. Like you ever just buck at him like you remember?
No.
You don't walk by and whisper, "Hey, you remember?"
We didn't talk about it after that. He never brought it up after that.
You ain't got to talk about it. He ain't gonna talk about it.
Mm.
And next time he get out of line, like, don't you remember, right? That's all you got to do. Whisper. You remember, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's funny. Whooping cousins, man. Oh man, but yeah, man. I'm glad those days are behind us, so we can move on to bigger and better things like we doing here, man. Just want to let the people know one thing that we are doing. We've been in this space for 2 years. We are finally moving up out my house, man. Getting to a new space, new opportunity, man.
Yeah, boy.
And a shout out to people who really believe in the mission, man, to work with us to get us into a new space. And no, I'm not telling you where we at. And you'll know if you know, that means you got invited. Other than that, mind your business. The aesthetics is right. We leveling up. Your boy done spent hella credit on shit to get this space ready. We coming with it. I can't wait for y'all to see the final product when we finally get moved over and get everything in. My hopes is to be there in less than a month's time. So we gonna be over there in our new space, man. And it's again, I'm so appreciative of the work everybody put in, the belief everybody put in, and what the community is that's working with us has helped us to get done, man. So shout out to everybody involved. Man, I got some nice shit, man. I'm like, I got design. I can't wait for y'all to see some shit. I'm gonna just keep it till y'all see it, then it's on. Then we acting the ass. I'm acting the ass, man. I don't care. I'm dancing. I'm catching some twerk. I don't know who gonna twerk,
Catching
but I'm
the
gonna catch some twerk in that motherfucker. Just
You twerking?
I catch the twerk.
Oh.
Catch it.
I mean, shoot.
Jeek, man. Why you twitching your cheeks like that? Yeah, man, LJ.
I ain't got no panties on.
Oh my God! Wow!
On the dance floor. Look at that. You look like the girl with that bald ass head.
Man, what girl?
What
girl?
I don't know who I'm talking about.
No,
Oh, you know what?
I don't.
I ain't got no panties on the dance floor music video. Oh, you didn't watch BET Uncut?
No, I did, but I'm trying to figure out which song.
You don't look like she was just also bald headed. I'm gonna show you. We gonna pull it up. YouTube got it, I think. We gonna pull it up.
Panties on.
But yeah, man. Also with the pod, man. I told you we got a bunch of new stuff, man. I got a gift for my peoples here, man. I'm finally gonna try to get us some merch. So I'm gonna see. We got us, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be on business. So got us some mouse pads, man, with the logo, with our writing on it. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? That's for you, see.
Oh.
That's y'all one, man. So
cue the horns. Cue the horns.
We're gonna be official out here, man. We got mouse pads, man. We starting small, but we getting there, man. Young guy, man. Johnny. Yes, sir. That's yours to keep, man. on the house, man. Y'all earned that. That's all the pay I could.
This fire all movements from the streets,
Man, we
Facts.
out here, man. So more to come. It's gonna be a lot more for the people that help support us, man. Everybody that's rocking, everybody that is a street A&R. It's all coming, man. We ready, man. We're getting our street team ready. So we
Make me want to say, streets ain't no podcast. I ain't said podcast in a minute. Shit, I done seen the merch now. That man, podcast. I see y'all.
Yes, sir, man. Like I said, we getting to it, bro. We leveling up. It's real. And a part of this being real, it wouldn't be real if we didn't have any people to recognize what we do and to truly believe in us and to put into us to where we can continue to do what we do. And one of those things that we get to do, we gonna have a special guest, man, that I was reached out to by Omaha Performing Arts.
Wow.
And they wanted me to interview none other than the legendary MC, visionary, creator of the hip hop Nutcracker, Mr. Curtis Blow.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
So I'm telling you, bro, like you talking about a look and a belief. Like I get to actually sit down with the legend. And for those you youngsters, please go look up Curtis Blow. You've heard something of him. If you heard These Are the Breaks, that's Mr. Curtis Blow, man. If you've heard We Playing Basketball.
That's going to be a great interview.
Yeah.
I already know you coming with the question.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we getting to it. And for somebody to just even maneuver from hip hop beginnings in the MC space, DJ space, to then put on this production of the Nutcracker, but it's like it's us, it's our version of it. It's gonna be a great opportunity not only to interview him, but to even just to see it finally in real life and to be a part of that whole process, man. It's nothing but a blessing, man, to this pod, and it just speaks to what we've been able to build as a unit and to continue to press forward. Even we didn't know where we were going, we always knew where we were going. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know where we were landing, and we still ain't landing. These are the stops that we making along our journey. So, again, it speaks to what we doing, man. I think we doing all right, and I hope we continue to do all right and do better. So, we get into it, man. Shout out to Omaha Performing Arts, man, and shout out to y'all, man, my team, and shout out to my nigga Montreal and my nigga D1, man, from the beginning, from RIP. So. I appreciate everything that's been put, you know what I'm saying, into this, man. So we stay winning. But yeah, man, that's all the business side of things that I had to get to today, man. Just the growth is here, man. So, and it's funny because we're in this space, of what we call it podcasting. Some people it's called broadcasting, reporting, talk show. Whatever the space is, we get to the opportunity to sit in front of a microphone, spew out our ideas, our thoughts, what we think, what we believe, what we think can be better, and we get to do that. And really, we get to do that with no test prior, right? This is not like being a columnist, which I learned from Stephen A. Like you have to be approved to be a columnist, and when it comes to writing, and a columnist is somebody who can actually give their opinion on a subject matter.
Right.
Before then, you can only report on what's supposed to be facts and what's not. And now we're in a space where we get to literally from RIP, just hop in and you can give your thoughts on something. Nobody has to vet if you know something, if you know the subject matter or not, you get to test it and then run from there. And with that, it's created a wave of the ability to not only level yourself up, but to also be another leg of media that wasn't in a media outlet that wasn't previously there.
Right.
Especially when we in terms of business and artistry, right? There used to have to be gatekeepers that could say, well, we over here with this company, and if you want to be big, you got to come to our show on our terms to do this. Where in podcasting, if you got the clout and the reach and you able to do something, we've been able to build that on our own as far as the podcast land. Like you might have a name, but you still got to come with something that's drawing the people in. So then that's naturally going to attract the artists. And I really just want to have a little bit of a convo about, part of it is stemming off a situation that I seen with Funny Marco.
Oh, man.
Right. And I'm not here to debate on should he put the content out, should he not. I want to talk about as people, which I hinted at last week too, when it comes to media, like people being crybabies or whatever and getting mad at commentary, how much of, I'll say, how much respect should you be getting for even allowing people onto a platform to be able to have some shine, right?
Yeah.
Like, where is the balance between the people that come to your platform versus what you're getting from those people coming to your platform?
I don't know. Because, I mean, if we speaking particularly on this subject with Funny Marco, it's if you're facilitating something like this, like, you know the requirements that you have in place, right? You know what guests you're going to invite on, and you have a pretty good idea of the demeanor of individuals that are coming on as guests before you proceed. But I do feel like there's still a underlining respect that has a mutual respect that has to be had between both parties. And before we dive into that, but yeah, that was
But even respect, you should know who the guests are, but shouldn't the guests know where they're coming into? So if you have a particular platform, we've seen some of these pop up, dry humor, the Bobby Girl, Funny Marco does a dry humor type of thing. Coming into that, you should know what you're walking into, right? So you should almost be okaying, and it probably should have been a conversation at the beginning anyways, but okaying what's about to happen to where they ain't gonna go too far, but you know what it is you're going into. You're not going in blind. And clearly on that situation, they didn't go in blind. They knew what they was getting into, so they tried to give him a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of smoke before he could do anything to
Right.
them. And for me, it was overboard, and they crossed a whole lot of boundaries that I don't know how I would have handled it, but I'm just saying it's a whole lot of boundaries crossed. And, there has to be some sort of line, like we got to start to respect the platform and what they building as well. And you got to be able to agree with what you're going on to.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think even in that situation, like at the beginning of the interview when it was just Southside and Marco, like it was cool. It was a nice little exchange. But like Southside's energy beginning to feed off of G Herbo, and they started tag teaming. Like it just went from like, you know what this is, to all right, let's bully this cat because we think he not gonna do nothing. I feel like they was trying to give him a little heat because of the type of host he is, but at the same time, it was like, let's stun this dude because he's a different caliber than we are.
But why? And I gotta get.
Yeah.
But why though? Like, just for your clicks and bait? Just for your clicks? For like, what is it that you gonna actually gain from doing this, knowing that this look a certain way? If y'all the street niggas coming in here messing with the comedian dude on his platform, what do you actually gain outside of this initial spike in search in your name? What do you gain? Because I actually see it going the opposite way.
Yeah, you really don't gain nothing. But wasn't Southside mad that he put the interview up?
I think he got mad after he put his post about the interview up, is what I thought.
But then I thought he said something like, why'd you even post it or something like that? And it's like, well, who goes on a podcast and expects somebody not to release the video?
Yeah, it's just it's a lack of respect on all levels. And I like G Herbo, I like Lil Bibby. I don't know who Southside is
At all.
But with that being said, is like he really shot himself in the foot, and all of those antics and stuff that he was doing definitely backfiring. I'm seeing a lot of people not necessarily appreciating what he had to do to Marco. Southside, you need to go wipe your ass first. You know what I'm saying? All that shit you had behind you literally had doodle marks on your blue jeans. Like, that shit is crazy. But it's just a lack of respect. And, I'm not no street dude either, but it's that element of them trying to bully and trying to prove who's a street dude. Mm-hmm. And it's power dynamics.
Yeah.
And you don't get no respect by being David going against another human. You get your respect by being David going against a Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they don't. So it's just one of those things where it's a lack of respect. And I done seen that type of stuff happen. I done seen it happen on smaller levels here. And that's why it's important to have people around you who actually support what it is that you're trying to do and not rocking with you just because of a buzz, a moment in time, or any of that stuff. Because when shit hit the fan, who's really going to support you?
Right.
And people like Marco been building up his platform for them to come on that show and just disrespect him like that. That's I can't rock like that.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. And then too, I think a lot of the behavior from Southside and G Herbo come from like the people they have around them, like that Hollywood bullshit. Like you so used to having so many yes men, you so used to having a mansion full of people, you want to shout and roar real quick and then everybody stand at a detention. Like every environment's not like that.
And we'd have been around it. You know, I had homies like that, you know? And we would treat them messed up because we didn't really rock with them like that. So at the end of the day, you really don't care for nobody if you treating them like that. And that's that a blatant disrespect.
Yeah.
There's no respect on that level. And you should at a minimum give people respect until they prove that they should not have your respect. And it's just, you know, when you come from the streets, you come from different environments. G Herbo, you didn't grew outside of that where you should be beyond that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really disappointed in you as a man because you got a son and you sitting here modeling these different behaviors, and this be the stuff where other communities come talking about us as black men and what the stuff that we be on in this destructive mindset. And, you know, it's just for everything that y'all done overcame, all of the structural and systemic things that was set up in Chicago, the closing of the public schools, the closing of the public housing, forcing people to be in these same environments. Y'all should be way beyond that level.
Yeah. And then personally surviving what you done had to survive.
Yeah.
You know how many folks you done buried? Like you have made it, my G. You made it. Don't go back. Don't go backwards. And if it's unnecessary for somebody, we don't get no brownie points for messing with somebody who ain't a threat. There's no trophy for that.
Corny. It's mad corny.
But
as an adult, like it was so cringe just watching it.
Shout out to Marco, you know, keeping his composure. You know, a couple years ago, I would have looked at Marco like, you know, you got to stand up for yourself. But it's really a lose-lose situation. Shout out to him for keeping his composure, maintaining, being professional. But sometimes you do have to put out these sides to people so they can get a reality of who they are. The internet does have people living in a false appearance of who they want to be as opposed to who they really are. So sometimes we need these reality checks. Your favorite superstars are human too.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's crazy because my thing always, all right, so they happen. We know what it is. But what can we do to keep stuff like that from happening again? Like for me, if you're gonna be in the content world and you rock with people who have built themselves up and have tried to make something and have done it in their own lane, then we got to be able to support them. Now, how do you support them in a situation like this? Me, blackballing them niggas. Y'all ain't never seen the light of day on nobody's platform. But they should have a talk in the back and say, even if it's in private, hey, that was messed up what y'all did, what they did to you. Don't worry about it. We had interview counseling. And then be like, now let's see if you make it. No media outlets. We ain't touching you. You're not gonna get up here and do us like this. We don't know who the next one you're gonna do it to, who you might disagree with. We don't know. So until then, we're done. Now see if you can make it in your career without it.
Right.
Because that's how you treated it. Like you don't need it.
Yeah.
Oh, if you think you don't need it, let's test your theory, my G. Test the theory. You don't need us. So if it's me, all the media outlets, I'll be like, we pulling. Nah, we good. We counseling.
No,
we good. Sure. Ain't no, we don't want no interview. The problem gonna lie with niggas who ready just to get clicks. So they gonna want to talk about the issue and get somebody on. Let's get them on. Let's see what really happened. I'm like, come on, my G. And I'll excommunicate your ass too. Cause
just disrespectful. Throwing his watch like that, breaking a $30,000 watch. That might not just disrespect.
That could have been anybody a gift. And it don't even matter if it's a gift. If he had to earn that, whether it's gift or he paid money, he had to earn that. And me, you know, they talk about like Taurus and we materialistic. Like I'm not materialistic, bro. I value the shit that I had to work for.
Right. And it's like you said in the beginning, though, it's like the evolution with media and where it's transcended, right? Okay, yeah, this is podcast, cool. But at the end of the day, media etiquette goes across the board. You're not gonna get on Good Morning America or what have you and pop off that shit like that. You're not gonna do it. So have that same respect for somebody else, because even if it was Bobby Altoff or it was a white Funny Marco, y'all not about to get up there and do that. No. You're not gonna go on Drink Champs and do that shit to Nori.
Not without no charges, not without
Man.
you know what I'm saying, getting barred from somebody, having some type of repercussion. So it make it worse that you're doing it to your own.
So listen, for me, it's a simple fix, but that fix will send waves to people who think they could come up and just be disruptive.
Yeah.
This ain't like Drake and Bobby where they jousting, right? Because that's the type of interview. This ain't even like with Offset, who was ready to joust with her ass and got the better of her. Like, we just doing this with word. We doing this, I'm not bullying you. I'm gonna give you the same thing you giving me. That wasn't what that was. To the way they talk to him, calling him all kind of bitch ass, like, you slapping shit off of him. Come on, now we in a whole nother. We get out of media. Now we on man time.
Thanks.
We on people time now. And I don't know what the situation was in the room, but I don't know, man. I don't know, Johnny. Johnny, I don't know.
Definitely a lot of manhood testing, and you know, and it just shows how cultures proliferate, and jailhouse culture, rap culture likes to get intertwined and stuff like that. And it's a lot of jailhouse etiquette going on. And all I can say is that when I see stuff like that, I smell a lot of femininity. Underneath all of that toxic masculinity stuff, I smell a lot of femininity. So
you ain't setting yourself.
Yes, sir.
So you got to put down somebody else. That's the typical bullying. You ain't set in yourself, so you got to put down somebody else to make you feel better, to have power over something. So I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, we cannot, as a unit of people who do this, we cannot allow that type of thing to happen. Because it's not like I'm going to get out of character, right?
Right.
See, I'm not going to come up here, get a guest, and I was starting talking about gossipy shit.
Yeah.
That's not what I do. That's not, because then that means I'm out of pocket, right? All of a sudden I'm like, why are you talking about that? This ain't, whoever be doing all that, that's not what we do.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. Then you can get out of pocket with me. If I'm not going to do that, if I'm going to stay here and I'm brought you here under the pretense of kind of what we do. I
was thinking about that one time. You shot off at Bree, but y'all got that relationship.
That was different. That wasn't, no.
You kind of shot off at Bree a little bit.
I didn't shoot off at her.
You shot off at Bree. How it feel to have Bud whooping your ass?
That's boxing talk. That's boxing talk. Because I could
No, for sure. But like, y'all got a standing relationship. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just that one time. But it's just that standing relationship, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
Like,
so
there was
context. There was context to it because I'm in there with Bree at the gym. Me and Bree spar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to get ag, I'd be like, how about, remember when I hit you? Bye bye. I'm like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But it's to be funny to also put people on notice that she really do this. This not for play. She do this. She in there with the champ.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but there's context in that. For these things, these folks, there ain't no relationship, no context. Folks is out here tripping.
Sure. But let's take it even deeper, because I had said this to my friends when we was watching it. I'm like, what if Marco grew up in an environment where he was constantly being bullied and teased? What if that moment triggered him to go back to a place in time that he thought he healed from? Because I look at everything in perspective, and if we all looked at that and was offended and it was cringeworthy, I could only imagine what he was feeling. For somebody to sit in that space and not react, like, of course you can have like self-control, what have you, but the look in his eye was like tears was ready to come out, not because he was sad or because he was intimidated, but it was just like, yo, y'all are really, really, really trying me right now.
Yeah. It could have been, I know it could have been anger. And again, we don't know the full context of the room. How we know they wasn't 5, 6 deep? You don't know if y'all didn't check them when they came in. There's so much now. You got to start to think about, what reaction do I give? I'm not going to win in this. He actually probably, in hindsight, did the best thing he could do. That was the best thing he could have done. Because anything else is going to seem whatever way, whether you do something, stand up for yourself. What if that escalated? If it escalates, y'all get into a scrap, you lose. You might have some things. You might get a lawsuit off, but you still... pride, you still injured, whatever, anything could have happened. And for him to still handle it and try to do his witty stuff and to not overreact, it could have been, like you said, it could have been, what if it was something that he used to go through? It could have been a trauma response to recluse. It could have just been he actually getting angry and he know like this is a pivotal moment. If I choose the wrong thing, it could be over for me in various ways. Over for my career. It could be, I don't know what they own. It could be a lot of different ways. So we can't be having people who just don't give a shit about what you got going on. That's clearly, I'm up here for me and what we got going. You, my nigga, we just using you. You just the bitch on the side. We finna chuck and duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. That's how they use the interview. We chucking and ducking. We getting what we got. We out. I don't care about it. Not knowing what it could have did for you.
Facts.
Even if it's the funny stuff he could have did for you if you witty. I can tell G Herbo got some sense, bro. Then you think about what if they would have just had the witty conversation and you'd have played into it versus y'all doing, I don't know what it was, bro. So I don't know, man. We got to start cutting people a little, some grace and come into situations thankful to be in a situation, not think they owe you something. They don't owe you nothing.
Yeah. They both grown men, but I don't know. G Herbo, like you said, like I put that one on you, dog. Cause he set the environment for that one. He set the tone for that one.
And something that could have been of substance. Now, we'll see what happens moving forward.
And we know it could have been one of his last projects he dropped was all substance. I'm like, damn, look at G Herbo growing as a man. You know what I'm saying? So we know we got it in him. I'm just disappointed because of his leadership ability and his leadership capacity. So I expect more from him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Southside, never heard of him. So I don't have those expectations for him because I haven't followed his story. But when I see somebody like a Herbo, when I look at somebody like a Bibby, when I look at somebody like a Young Boy, y'all got leadership potential and ability. And so to know the amount of influence y'all got, you can't put money on that. That's the true definition of power. Right. Even in psychology, one of the definitions of psychology is to be able to influence or control behavior. And y'all have the ability to influence and control behavior. That's power. We got to recognize what power really look like and use it to affect positive change in the world.
Yeah, facts. And another thing G Herbo should have did in that moment was understood what platform he has and how it is different from Southside's. Like Southside doesn't have that front facing image. He's a producer and he's an engineer. He do a lot of big things behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, ain't nobody watching him perform. Ain't nobody listening to his albums, right? His name is on the credits. So it's like, Herbo, like, come on, dog. Like, you set the precedence and you didn't do it in that moment.
You gonna take the hit.
Yeah.
I think Southside tried to take some of that hit because he know that Herbo is more forward facing and front facing than him, but nah, that's a failure of leadership.
Yeah. We gotta do better, man. And again, how you do better? Now it's up for the podcasters, the interviewers, the media to set the mode. Oh, that's what y'all doing? Set the mode. We gonna see who set the mode. All right. Who touch them and who don't. We gonna see what side of you on now, because you gotta set the mode. Because now, if you do allow that, well, open up Pandora's box. Everybody should be able to come through there then.
Dang. Can y'all imagine Whitney Houston throwing a cup at Barbara Walters' head?
Man.
Because she asked her if she did crack? Like, really?
Damn R. Kelly had more control.
Man.
He flipped. He was crying him out, but I'm just saying he didn't disrespect her. He didn't disrespect her though. But I'm just saying.
Waterworks.
Hey, he didn't disrespect her though. He was just it hit him. It finally hit him. But I'm just saying, like, bro, some things it wasn't even nothing foul, I don't think he said. So it just y'all came ready. He came ready for that. Ready to do that. That was his intention. Well, congratulations, you got it off, and it might cost you. Ain't no might, it will. We'll see how much. So yeah, man. Hopefully we ain't gonna try to run into none of the problems, not on purpose.
No.
Open this thing up. Maybe we should have this chair. Should we take this chair over there? I'm just saying. But no,
never know.
Man. Oh man. So, but again, we make sure that's not our style, but you still never know what people come in on. It could be somebody seeing us and thinking we could have said one thing about somebody or one thing and they ready to, nah, we finna go, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them. All right. I also be down there with Bud Crawford and them, but
Walk up to you at the
We had
bar
one,
like,
we had one opportunity when we got harassed out.
oh yeah.
We had one time.
I heard that y'all was all right. We gonna get you on.
oh dang, somebody came at y'all like that.
got-
I can't wait.
It was
It
in
was
love.
love.
It was in love.
I was about to say I can't wait.
She presses. It was in love. It was good though. Shout out to her, man. But yeah, man. Hey, please don't come up to the street saying, all right, it say streets, but we don't want the streets like that. We want the streets who are better in the streets. If you elevating, come on down. You know what I'm saying? We trying to elevate. I ain't gonna ask you nothing crazy. I don't think I might, but it's all gonna be to learn more about you. Look, I'm like put it on the table. But yeah, man, fuck it, man. I ain't worried about them, man. We ain't gonna worry about it. Media, do your thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Do your thing, media.
It's necessary.
Yeah. All right, man. Shit. Another day, another topic down. I'm glad we can broaden that topic and not just stick on them, but these things are pivotal to discuss in these worlds. So we're gonna continue to try to make sure we bring and elevate the convo and shit, just be a resource to the people, man. That's what we doing. We in the streets. This is us. We out here. So y'all know where to find us as well, man. If you want more content, where we at, man? This is Streets A&R, man. It's Streets A&R. I'm glad I can still spell because when we take breaks, I be messing that shit up. Man, we on everything but Apple, man. You can find us on all your social medias as well. I forgot what else we were supposed to say. Look, I done messed up. Man, make sure you like, subscribe, listen, share, comment, follow, put the homie on, cut clips, talk shit, all of it. Hey, if you would have turned up on them guests, if you was Marco, make sure you put a fist in the comments.
Or if you would have been like me. I don't want no problems, Herbo. I know you seen that interview. Southside. I was talking about your shitty draws, but come on, bro, don't do me like that.
If you was gonna be like Johnny and be like Marco and take that, just put the praying hands in there. Praying hands if you'd have chilled, man. Fist if you'd have knuckled up or thought you was gonna knuckle up. You might have been a bad day, but it's all good. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate, man, having C on the pod, man, giving us some more context, man.
Yeah.
We got new levels. Hopefully no new devils yet. New devils on my credit report.
If they are, just keep them there.
Yeah. That's the only place they need to be, man. We are excited for what we got coming, man. So much. Sierra got a lot of stuff coming. You're gonna see her out in the media world making waves around here, like on a serious note.
Yeah.
So we gonna tag along that wave as well. We feeding off each other in there.
Be in these streets.
Man.
Not like that, you know.
Oh, we in these streets. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Yeah,
Is that
man.
106 in Park?
I don't even know.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, it was?
Freestyle Friday. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, we gonna get up out of here. We got things to do, people to see, man. It's your host, Giddy Jicky with it.
It's your girl, CLB.
And we out of here. Streets A&R Podcast, man.
Peace.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.